Hello, everyone, and welcome to the episode of the VBL content week and a bit content end of year period that will most misrepresent, mislead, and confuse people who are actually trying to understand how to get better at draft. So instead, this is more just kind of a self-indulgent session where I and the author of the Daddy Lock and one of the greatest individuals of all time in the history of the world, Daddy, will discuss who we think will be kill leaders in the respective teams, and if we have any hot takes. Say hello.
That was quite the introduction. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say the same things about myself, but it sounds a lot less weird when you say it. Yeah, so we're going to have some spicy takes here tonight.
It's all about the Andrew takes.
That's right.
That's what we're here for. We're here for the thing. That said, we've decided to start us off very, very, very easily with our particular first team. So we'll be going through the things. First the Scarlet teams, then the Violet teams, then the Naranja teams, then the Uva teams. And after each thing, we'll make a prediction of who we think in that specific division will be the kill leader overall, as well as talking about who we think will be the kill leaders on the individual teams. Any input from you?
No objections to that. Sounds good to me.
Leave a comment down below if there are Pokemon that you think will be kill leaders that we haven't touched, or if there are other topics that are very reverential and irreverent. I think irreverent's the word I meant to say. Irreverent and self-indulgent that you would like me to get Daddy or any of my other co-hosts on for. So what would you say are your chops for determining who you think will be the kill leader? What do you think gives you a solid grounding to make that pronouncement?
Well, I think a lot of teams are sort of built around a couple staples. So looking at this first team in the Scarlet division here, who do you have first on your list, actually? Mine might be different.
Well, it's the Jace and the Golden Goats, the first overall pick in Scarlet Violet.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so, I mean, clearly Jace built this team around
the second person was, I think, pick 11, so I don't know what the order is. But yeah, Jace.
Yeah, so, I mean, Gholdengo, it seems like the obvious kill leader in this one. I mean, choice specs and make it rain. It's going to be pumping out a ton of damage here, and he has a lot of supporting pieces. Exactly, right?
But
I think some teams will...
My first spicy take. Mm-hmm. It's not actually particularly spicy, but I think it's Volcarona.
Okay. What's the theory there?
My thought process there is that teams are going to very much struggle to defend against both Gholdengo and Volcarona, and that they will probably focus more on Gholdengo, which means that Volcarona is going to be able to get the kills. But definitely it's going to be very difficult for teams to be able to withstand the very powerful special offense with physical offense as support from this team.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting with that Volcarona, because you always have the threat of Rage Powder, and he can put Azumarill next to it, you can put Gholdengo next to it, and a lot of teams... Yeah, exactly.
But it's so difficult to, at team preview, tell whether it's going to be clicking Rage Powder, or, it might go for Quiver Dance, or it might go for Fiery Dance, or it might go for Bug Buzz, or it could go for a more defensive set with Struggle Bug. The Volcarona's a really scary mon with 135 special attack, I think.
Yep. Which
is more than Gholdengo, which is why I think it's better. Also, its move, it raises its special attack instead of lowering it.
True. Yeah, I just feel like because it's going to be playing a support role a lot of weeks, not all the time, I think that's going to kind of limit the kill count a little bit, whereas Gholdengo is just consistently pumping out damage.
Also, apparently it's their attacking Z captain, so that really leads me towards it.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes everything.
I wonder what league it was that this was originally harvested from, where there was a Z all and a Z attacking thing, No, I think Volcarona is just absurdly strong, and the fact that it can mix up to go Rage Powder doesn't mean that it won't be offensive, because this team certainly does not rely on redirection. It just gives it another mode, and even the defensive sets still do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think another thing to consider when we're doing a video like this is the mons that are going to take weeks like 4-0, 8-0 by themselves, you know?
Well, I mean, Gholdengo is probably going to take it's
yeah, a good chunk. So that's my number one for this team. But Azumarill also could be pulling a lot of kills next to that Rage Powder. Some weeks with the belly drum setup.
I think that it's going to get at least like 3 kills this season off Parasol.
Yeah.
This team is so good at removing the 2 lead Pokemon from the opposing team that I think you could slap Parasol and Azumarill into this team a lot of the time and it will do work.
But they can't trap, right?
Yeah, but they just need to kill 2 Pokemon.
Right, yeah, which shouldn't be hard with what Jace has. This team is crazy.
And this team has a solid defensive backbone.
Well, if I was a betting man, I'd say Gholdengo, probably the kill leader, and then my spicy take is Azumarill.
Isn't that like the opposite of if I was a betting man? Aren't the betting man supposed to go for the risky bet, not the safe one?
Alright, then Azumarill.
Alright.
Cut out the previous part. We'll just take that out in post.
Yep, definitely. So comment down below, guys, if I had forgotten to take that thing. Leave a like on the video, subscribe, call Daddy old in the comments, despite not being that much older than I am. Still a bit older though.
And click that notification bell. I mean, don't be an idiot. You don't want to be late to these.
Exactly. I mean, you're all caught up, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. What was my most recent video?
I just sit around waiting for them. Well, I saw you post a video that's like 3 days in advance.
To be fair, that was my game for the week.
Yeah.
I had to build up hype for that.
JFK.
It was the Snipe video with Sukaba.
Yeah.
How did you enjoy that video? Do you think Sukaba got sniped a lot?
I mean, I think a lot of people got sniped a lot, which is kind of surprising with only 12 teams, but...
That's right. Yeah, I got you for not having watched the video that I already knew you didn't watch, because the whole point about it is Sukaba was like the only person who didn't get sniped in the league.
I skimmed.
Yeah, Sukaba got sniped, quote unquote, once, where he had to change which Rotom he wanted.
Oh, that's rough. Poor guy.
Yeah, I know. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I know. And that's why I had him on, because he didn't get sniped at all. Alright.
Wow.
No, I had a thing I was looking at, then I completely forgot what it was. So instead, I will just move on to the next team. So this is Ray. I'm pretty sure Ray was the 11th pick, maybe 10th. So I don't know why they come immediately after the first overall, but it's a doc. Hydreigon, funny mon. Magnezone is a big tech mon. Taurus has been doing a lot. Gengar is obnoxiously strong. Staraptor is obnoxiously strong. Frostlass is good support. They're kind of redundant with Gengar. And then Cole is pretty crazy if you commit to it. Do you think that Cole can do it?
I don't know. I don't think I'm a believer. I'm actually kind of a believer in Magnezone and Flareon to a lesser extent.
Really?
I think Magnezone's going to be the kill leader here.
Could have possibly thought that you would respect Magnezone. I mean, you've just never used it or given it respect in the past,
Especially with Terra. I mean, the 4 times weakness becomes an immunity, and the stats on that thing are bonkers. I mean, the speed stats, obviously, 60 is pretty bad. But
60 is pretty bad, but if you bulldoze it with Toedscruel, then it's slow enough for Trick Room.
Right. And the special attack stat is crazy. The coverage isn't phenomenal, but Terra Blast is a move now. So I think
230 special attack stats on top of 125 special attack stat. I mean, look.
Yeah.
I think it's probably Gengar simply because it is the fastest mon on this team, I believe. And it's very strong.
Yes.
It's absurdly strong. Bruxish is also really good support for it. Bruxish is also probably the best possible support for Cole because you can't fake it out, so it can just get the Aqua Jet into Cole off. So I think this might be a team where Cole does stuff, but Hydreigon is good, Magnezone is good, but I think it's Gengar. Taurus is also very good.
Yeah, I think Flareon is going to get more kills than a lot of people will give it credit for. Just the fact that it's
there to support Darkspoon.
Yeah, I mean, there's that silly combo that's never going to work. I think 2 teams have this combo, don't they?
Well, yeah, it's like 5 points.
Right. Yeah. I don't see that combo working out. But Flareon's attack stat
it'll probably do something once. It's bad.
You think?
Once. I probably would have gone with a team that didn't have 2 other fire immunities if I was going to make a team. Not to mention the water types that resist it and the Hydreigon that resists it. If I was going to make a team with Darkspoon. I'd probably just like slap it onto a team that is relatively fire weak, because you can still play around fire with Terra.
Right.
But then you also have Darkspawn immunity, so you're more likely to pressure to get value out of your opponent's turns not having impact.
Yeah, calling a switch or something.
They're gonna trick. They're gonna trick a Jack button, your Darkspawn, and then like switch it out, and then you're gonna burn your incoming Pokemon with Lava Plume.
Yep.
That's the respect.
That's more likely than the combo working out.
It's more likely the combo working. I don't know, figure that far. I think if they do that, your incoming Pokemon is definitely getting burned. Pokemon respects overcommitting to beating gimmicks.
I'm a Magnezone believer. I'm
Magnezone and Gengar, I think, are both very respectable Pokemon that are going to do a lot of work. Alright, so now we come to Big Man the Big Man. You know.
Wow.
You're in the other
Let's
pool,
just move
right?
on. I'm in this one.
You're in this one? Okay, I'm going completely insane.
Yeah, I have to play against you.
Oh, no.
Looking forward to it after the playoff match.
In a playoffs match, what?
The playoffs from last season.
Yeah, rematch the playoffs from last season. Yeah,
left a sour taste in my mouth, you know.
Left a sour taste in my. I played well. Don't say it like that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want to do it again.
You say that like I was like Sly, you know, winning off of the Bright Powder, dodging Dragon Balls.
No. I just got outplayed. Bad.
I think it was more
not bad. It was a good set,
right?
but yeah. Well, it's the same thing, right? The prep's part of playing.
Yeah, I mean, like if you had Shadow Claw on, I cannot remember what the Pokemon is called. Dust Noir? Yep, the big one. Dust Noir?
Yeah.
It's a different game. But instead you were Poltergeist. So Quaquaval was the Pokemon we were thinking for Big Man, right? Or is it Bishop?
That's I'm thinking
Rotom's really good.
Actually.
What's right?
I think I'm thinking the Quaquaval.
Yeah, look, I reckon one of the water types. Water is so strong, and having a physical water mon and a special water mon is really good in the current format. I reckon the Palafin coach should probably consider it. But yeah, Rotom with multiple ways to discharge next to it. Quaquaval is probably, honestly, a really good abuser of Stonejourner, is the other thing that I've been thinking.
I didn't think about that.
It is a mon that is, the other mon that comes to mind a lot with that is Dragonite. It's a mon that just kind of sometimes will do like 80%, and an extra Life Orb boost, often on top of another Life Orb boost, is gonna get you Okos off of Aqua Step, and then that Moxie boost without having to take the CC drops. So, you know, it's very strong.
Yeah, it's I think Garchomp is gonna be there and performing every week, but I think that this mon is gonna get some like big kills, you know, and just snowball a few times throughout the course of the season, and I think that might make it the kill leader.
Garchomp is a fast Pokemon collecting spread moves, which generally means it's not getting KOs, it's just putting mons in range of your other Pokemon KOing them.
True. Yeah, you're right. Other than those two and Rotom, I guess.
Bisharp.
It's a lot of... Yeah, Bisharp, true. Yeah, okay.
Robsku's good as well, isn't it? Like 120 attack or something? 115? There's also the Sandvale core. Are you scared?
Yeah, I don't know about the baby hippo.
I mean, it's fine for the fact that it was very cheap, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, if it comes once, then it's probably worth it.
Cacturne as well. You know, that's a full. Look, I know how terrifying Cacturne could be from back in you'd baton pass at agility and it would spam Needle Arm. And then the fact that you dodge it, like it could honestly get through basically any Pokemon. With sub Needle Arm Leech Seed in Gen 3. That's why it's in Ubers now.
Yeah. I mean, it has good attacking stats on both sides, so yeah. I feel like it could do something.
It's a mon that benefits probably the most from Sandvale because it needs to dodge.
You're right, desperately.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't have minded Sand Rush, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
are
I
we
think
both going with the duck?
Look, I still can see Rotom. I can see the duck. I can see Rotom. I can see Bish. I think it's not going to be Garchomp. I think Garchomp is going to be this team's like a... It's going to do a lot of work, but it's not going to be getting KOs.
Yeah, I can respect
Though I
that,
guess they do
actually.
have a lot of priority with it, right? They've got Sucker from Cacturne, Sucker from Bishop, Aqua Jet from Quaquaval, and the Gale Wings from Talonflame, so maybe they'll be putting
Right.
stuff in range of Garchomp. Also, Sucker Punch from Rotom. The best Sucker Punch user.
Wait, really?
Well, it learns Sucker
I did
Punch.
not know that.
Do you know what it traditionally uses Sucker Punch for?
After Sash?
No, to activate weakness policies.
Okay.
Because it's got, I think, 50 attack?
65.
65? Yeah. I did run it in singles in a Baton Pass league. I Baton Passed it like +4 attack and clicked Sucker Punch like once. But you know, it was funny. So Dan and the Alexandria Arcanines.
Ooh.
I mean, there's one Pokemon that is a lot better than every other Pokemon on this team.
Glaceon.
I forgot Glaceon was on this team. Okay, there are two Pokemon that are very good on this team. Who do you think is the main one I meant?
I only see Glaceon.
You're not looking quite far enough on that row. That second row.
Well,
Sliggoo.
I don't know.
Sliggoo is insane. Sliggoo is, I think, the fourth bulkiest Pokemon in the format.
Mm-hmm.
And that's without factoring in the fact that Terra is very good. It has one weakness, and it's strong.
I mean, how's it doing damage, though?
It's got 83 attack, and when you're putting rain up for it anyway, so you click Hail, it clicks Blizzard. Blizzarded Hail. It's just a better Glaceon, isn't it?
No. Look at those stats with Terra and also with the Snow Setter. It's Glaceon's broken. Glaceon's the kill leader on this team. Write that down.
I actually think this team is basically just Pokemon who could be like a spicy take kill leader. The only Pokemon on this team I think is not capable of getting kills consistently is Fungus.
And Sliggoo. But we can disagree on that.
I'm going to say it right now. I do not think that this team has the overall kill leader because it's just going to spread kills between all of its Pokemon.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really tight, but I think Glaceon's going to get it. I think Glaceon's going to pull it off. Those Blizzards are
I'm going to say
do
Wattrel
so much.
simply because it's funny.
Is this going to go fast and finish things off?
It's stronger than Regieleki. Or is it weaker than Regieleki? I know Belly Bolt is stronger, but it has more attack.
Yeah, Regieleki had that magnet ability or whatever it was called, though, right?
Yeah, but Charge is stronger than Transistor. It's 2x instead of 1.5x.
Oh, okay. Man, I know so little about this gen. I was talking to somebody earlier today.
Charge
I can't
is
say the name
from like
yet.
what, Gen 2?
Yeah. But I haven't played any competitive games in this gen yet.
Ah, I should have had your first video be one of the exhibition matches then. That was a great way to get introduced to the gen.
Yeah, true. I've been watching a little bit of content on it, so I kind of know what's going on, but I'm still not fully on board yet.
Oh, no, Charge is Gen 3. I'm sorry, I lied. Right, and now we have Sam, and the team that doesn't get kills.
Ceruledge, right?
No, Hatterene? I feel like it's either Ceruledge or Hatterene. And if you're coping, Lucario. Floatzel without a prankster way to set rain is a bit odd to me.
What's odd?
Floatzel without prankster rain or Palafin.
Yeah, without rain, I feel like it's just not doing enough.
Like you can set manual rain with Stanley.
Does Jumpluff get it too?
Probably. But I don't see why you would do that. Floatzel's faster.
Oh yeah, it is.
Ceruledge is very good. When I had it, I had it in a speed tour, and I Terra Iced it, and it was good.
Yeah, I kind of think that'll be it. I mean, Hatterene has to set Trick Room for itself, right? Most of the time. So.
Well, they can click it with Haunter. No, Stantler's a really good Trick Room setter, I thought.
True. Does it get Eviolite?
Yes, it does work.
Okay. Okay.
So, I don't know. Copperajah is a very good triple move booster as well. I think Ceruledge and Hatterene are the strong Pokemon on this team. Lucario is okay, Copperajah is okay, Sandaconda is okay, Floatzel is okay, Haunter is okay. I don't know if this is an Electros team. It doesn't scream Electros team to me.
Electros is in that weird speed tier where like it needs Trick Room, but it's still not quite slow enough.
I mean, 50 is okay in Tailwind, like it's usable. Like Beartic is Beartic's 50 base speed, and it's okay in snow and rain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's certainly not amazing. It's not the best around. Nothing's going to keep it down. Yeah, so that's basically where we stand at in terms of that. You're going Ceruledge, and then I'm going Hatterene.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely see both. Now I think the last team of this thing, so then we got to go back and decide who we think overall is going to be kill leader. So Grimmsnarl, Arcanine, Baxcalibur, Espathra, Cyclizar is not really a kill leader mod. Donphan, that's going to Corv and Scoville. They're all pretty kill leader mods. Seems a lot of Wide Guard. Actually, no, I think only Toxapex gets it, but for my heart said that Bronzor does. Is this team good? Does this team kill things?
Team's good. I think Baxcalibur kills a lot of things.
I know in the long game, Espathra kills things. The same thing with Corviknight.
Mm-hmm.
Arcanine can kill things. Grimmsnarl can kill things. Scoville can kill things. I think it's definitely Baxcalibur that we're favoring though. Right?
Yeah, I think that's the clear favorite here. There are other mons that are going to get kills. I think this is a pretty good team, but Baxcalibur is just hitting so hard.
Sorry, I think this is a very good team. When I meant good, I meant like for the very specific thing that we're trying to talk about in this. Again, this is not representative of how one should draft or how one should think about draft.
Right.
It helps to have it as a perspective, but it's probably like a tertiary lens, not a primary or even secondary lens. Looking at the type matchup chart on a Bullhawk dock is generally going to be better than this.
Yeah.
And I don't think that that's a great idea. And someone's like, you don't understand. I have no fire weaknesses. And I'm like, your fire resist is Oinkolo.
Right.
I don't know about that one. But yes, so I think that Baxcalibur is. So of this set of 6 teams, who do you think is the overall kill leader of this semi-div? So I have to say Gengar.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
I just don't have as much faith in Magnezone, and I feel like he's not really spreading kills to other mons than Gengar. Who would you say? Is it Glaceon? Is it the Glaceon dream?
I want to say Glaceon, but I think it's going to be Baxcalibur. I think it's going to be carrying a lot of weight on Sly's team, and I think Sly's going to get a lot of wins.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that thing's going to take a lot of KOs.
Alright, so we have Baxcalibur and Gengar. 2 very different Pokemon.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we go to Violet.
Yes.
I was very confused for a second because I saw Palafin and then I saw Annihilate, but I'm like, wait, what? But then I realized the Palafin was in that logo. So, Annihilate, Sizzle, Rotom, Arboliva, Tatsdozo, the Bombardier, Crouchel. The hell's the kill leader on this team?
I don't think it's going to be Dondozo.
You don't think that the defensive unaware Dondozo with Storm Drain Tatsugiri can do it?
I don't think so. I think people are gonna bring stuff for it. You know what I mean? Like
no, they can only beat the commander Dondozo. They lose to the other set.
To what? They lose to what?
They lose to just like regular Dondozo that has a partner Pokemon.
You think?
That's certainly a theory that I have, is that it's difficult to beat both of them at the same time. Do you disagree with that theory? I think it's Annihilate, by the way. Just like the Pokemon I think is going to be killing is Annihilate.
Yeah,
however,
I think so too.
I think Dondozo, it's very difficult to account for both Dondozo with the squad and then Dondozo without the squad.
Out of the squad, like, it doesn't get brought, or you mean not using like the commander?
Not using commander.
Why do you think that makes it better?
Well, having the versatility makes it better.
Situation.
If it has a partner Pokemon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have 2 Pokemon or 1 Pokemon that's very good?
Okay, fair. Yeah, I guess it's really bulky and hits pretty hard.
It's very tanky and it hits pretty hard. I think that combination is pretty good. I think the fact that it can do either is good. I think Dondozo was draftable without Tatsugiri, but I think they picked Tatsugiri up in a code transaction, or they might have picked Dondozo up in a code transaction, or that might have been the other div. One of the teams drafted both, and the other one did a trade.
It was a trade in this one, yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be Annihilate, though, because...
Oh, it's definitely going to be Annihilate. That one's insane.
Yeah, it's just nuts. The move pool's nuts, Rage Fist is nuts.
Rage Fist doesn't lose to Haze.
Right.
Unlike Rotom, Scizor, Dondozo, if you do Tatsudozo, technically Mimikyu.
Yeah.
I definitely think that it's Annihilate. Alright, and now we get to... What is this team? I mean, is this person even trying? Like, what are they doing? I don't... What... Could you make heads or tails? Could you make heads or tails of what this is? I mean, someone took round 3 pick in the other div, Meowscarada, round 1. They seem to have a crippling Sylveon addiction. They're like, hey, you got any of that Sylveon? You know, they got the Fire Tauros. They have the Slowking for the Hail, but then they have the wrong Hail abuser for some reason. I don't see Glaceon on this team. What are they doing?
I was so pissed. I was gonna pick it. I got sniped. I was actually upset.
They picked up Dragapult on a Hail team.
Dragapult is insane. What? I don't need this slander, okay?
I don't know what Revavroom does. Are you gonna click Normal Gem Explosion like it does on Ladder?
I'm gonna do a lot of things.
You mean Normal Gem Explosion like it does on Ladder? Next to Dragapult?
That's a thing I might bring, you know? My opponent's gotta be ready for it.
On Ladder.
Yeah, so...
and then Appleton is good. I hate you for sniping that.
Yeah, Appleton is broken.
It's absurdly good. It's so much better than Dragapult. I don't even know why you bothered with the Bolt. Braviary is funny.
Dragapult in round 8 just fit so perfectly.
In round 8?
I had.
I don't think you can do maths.
I can't. Well, I'm looking at a different dock than you.
You're looking at a different dock than me. Okay.
Yeah. I have like a... Oh, so it's round 6. I'm looking at like a ball hawk.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyways,
Meowscarada funny. I think that the Achilles. Well, I mean, do you have a hot take for your own kill leader?
I think it could be any of the core 9. You know.
Any of the core 9.
Yeah. It's
so
probably
any
not
of the
going to
core
be
of
Diglett.
Meowscarada, Sylveon, Tauros, Slowking, Titan, Dragapult, Skiploom, Braviary, and Appleton.
No. Skiploom's not one of those.
Skiploom's part of the core. Trust me, Skiploom's a really good one.
Skiploom is broken, also.
Diglett's hilarious, but like Skiploom is actually genuinely good.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't think Revavroom is, so that's why it's not in the core.
I think that, I mean,
I don't know.
Games are going to be different week to week, but I think when you talk about consistency, it'll probably be something like Meowscarada, right?
Meowscarada and Dragapult both are both just ignore opposing disruption, right? That's what makes them both good. Crits ignore disruption, as well as being a dark type for Prankster, and then it has Clear Body or Infiltrate, depending on if you're more worried about being intimidated / charm. No, that's the attack one. Flatter, or Snarl, or if you're worried about screens.
Yeah. I think Meowscarada is the safe.
I think it's weird because Sylveon doesn't really seem like it fits on the rest of this team.
I feel like Sylveon fits on every team.
I'm not as sure about that, but I did just draft it round 1 in another league, so...
Yeah.
To be fair,
I don't know.
Gen 9 Mons were banned, and also Mons that in like the top points were banned. But I think it's definitely a really good round 2 pick.
Yeah, it's consistent damage, right? I don't think it's going to pick up the most kills on my team, but it's going to be doing probably the most damage on my team, or at least close.
Well, I think in terms of overkill damage, Meowscarada does that a lot. But I think if I had to pick a kill leader, I'd say Tauros, because you literally drafted it with Meowscarada.
True. It is something to look out for my opponents. Might bring it every week.
Yep, every week. And I don't know, Tauros Blaze seems insane, to be honest. Wait, I just realized you're like so anti-screens on this team. Why do you have 3 of them?
I don't like screens. I don't want to deal with them. Yeah, I want to make sure
like,
my calcs stick, you know?
Alright, there's crit, there's infiltrator, there's manual removal, you know.
Even Skiploom has infiltrator.
That's true! I have only ever done that to sleep powder something behind a substitute.
Yeah?
It's the not Dragapult, Cyclozar counter.
Yeah,
so
you
I
can't
think
hide.
I think it's going to be Meowscarada.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's the safest bet.
But Tauros is a funnier answer, so I'm going to say it's Tauros. Alright, now, things get better before they get worse. Mousehold. I mean, this team is hilarious, dude. I know, obviously, James is pretty negative on this team, and it does have flaws. However, I think this team's really funny in a really good way. Like the Persian Houndoom core, how do you beat the cat and the dog? I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah, it counters Glaceon, so. Yeah, I don't. Oh man. Salamence? Hey, question mark? I don't know.
Salamence question mark? I was thinking Hariyama, but yeah. Gardevoir,
Yeah,
Salamence, Mousehold, Hariyama, all absurdly powerful. Vaporeon, Magnezone are very strong. Misdreavus is funny. Avalok has one really good set.
Mousehold will get a lot of kills, but it's going to be running support a lot of the time too. So I think that when you take that into account,
I think the question is
not
this may be a
kill leader.
team where it's not running support.
Well, it's going to be support sometimes.
Yeah.
Right. So I think just when you take that into account, it makes it not the kill leader. Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that Mousehold might still be the kill leader. Hariyama might be the kill leader, and Salamence might be the kill leader. I don't think it's going to be Gardevoir, despite the fact I do like that Pokemon a lot. I don't know who my kill leader was in BDSP, but I wouldn't have been shocked if it was Gardevoir. No, it's probably Latios.
Yeah, I think it has to be Salamence or Hariyama.
Oh my god, this is like they have 2 Pokemon from my BDSP team, but they're both good ones. So, Gardevoir and Vaporeon.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Sorry, I realized
yeah,
you couldn't see
Vaporeon,
the Pokemon I was clicking on screen.
Yeah.
Vaporeon's a great one.
Yeah.
It was another one of those snipes that I like. I should have gone for a 4. All right, now. After we had, what was the second worst team in the league, and then we had the best team in the league. Now we go to the worst team in the league.
Yes, we can agree on that.
I don't. This team would be so much better if it had a Vaporeon. I was trying to replace Vaporeon, so I wound up with Gabite, Goodra, and Go-Goat.
Goodra might be good.
Goodra might be good. I had a lot of points.
Yeah, and then covering for the weaknesses of Palafin is pretty nice too. With the
if it had regen, it would be really good because I could switch it in with an eject button and get Palafin.
Yeah,
but it doesn't, and I didn't get a regen one. So
yeah, I'm gonna. Oh man, who's it gonna?
Like Tangela would be really interesting, or Tangrowth, but if they're not in the gen, so.
Yeah, my hot take for this one's going to be Goodra.
Goodra?
Yeah.
You didn't cheat and watch the week 1 video already?
Not yet.
Okay.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. I don't know if that's a hot take. Who else is there on my team who would be kill leader besides Goodra?
Well, Palafin I think is.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have the dream of Palafin, unfortunately. I think Palafin would be a hot take, which is tragic, given that I picked it round 1 at 9 points. Armarouge definitely could be. I think it's Armarouge and Goodra are really the only monster in contention. Palafin, Slazzle, and Jolteon are all right. Flamigo can. Obviously, Klefki and Bronzong are both stored power mons, so they have that gimmick, and if in the right matchups they can do that. But, you know, like Lokix is a breaker, Gamma is like a breaker. They're not really kill leadery sort of mons.
Right. I think Lokix is actually pretty good, but I don't think it's going to be a kill leader either.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm going with Goodra for this one.
I think Lokix was good considering it was like, what, 3 points?
Yeah, very good for 3 or 4 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
4 it would still be good.
4, I think it would be a good mon. 5, I think I'd really want the ground dark ghost resist on a frail mon for it.
The stab priority is nice, but...
It is. But it's also a gen with where priority mitigation is more accessible and very strong.
Right.
That's why I have Fastmon. Alright, now we get on to our second last team of the Violent Div. The Rain team. Which Rain abuser is going to do Rain things? Or is it Primate?
I don't know how many kills this team's going to get.
Well, I did play them week 1.
Okay, so...
Which Pokemon do you think got kills?
I guess... Beartic?
Alright, we're going to lean Beartic. I can tell you which 6 were on the team because it is on the thumbnail. I don't think I'm obscuring it. So it was Sab, Pelipper, Beartic, Camerupt, Golduck, and Lycanroc.
Mm-hmm.
And you're leaning Beartic.
Yeah, I feel like this team is kind of lacking in the offense department, and that's one of the heaviest hitters here. I don't think Camerupt really fits with the team at all.
I mean, I guess the idea with Camerupt is that it's a ground type that isn't weak to grass, so that it can check electric moves and not die to grass move, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, I assume that's like that's my conclusion on what the thought process is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what video I did with Mono Mallet.
The one with the
EVL video.
Dragon. Yeah.
Primate Scyther. I expected different mons to come than came. Like Tinkaton. Scyther.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if I was to lean at an outside pick for kill leader, it could be Primate, and then the obvious ones, obviously the Rain Abusers, or Tinkaton. So I guess I would probably also I'm happy to also slot Beartic in, but I would probably go Tinkaton, similar level, Golduck just behind it, and then Primate. And honestly, Pelipper gets kills as well. It's just less now that it lost Scald.
Yeah.
So you either, and it doesn't have Muddy Water either, so it either needs Hydro Pump or Chilling Water, which is not amazing, but I guess it functionally has Technician on it with Rain. Yeah, Beartic. Alright, so now we have the Pittsburgh Clip-Flops, the last of our Scarlet and Violet thing. I think it is pretty obvious which mon is going to be this team's kill leader, but...
Yep. It's Dragonite.
Oh!
For sure.
I was Garchomp.
You think?
Yeah, Garchomp really good. I mean, Dragonite is fun and cool, but it doesn't seem that good in draft. Like, sorry, that's the wrong way to put it. It's a very good mon in draft. However, I expected to get like 1 key kill each set, not multiple kills.
Yeah, I think that's going to be enough to make it kill leader.
I just expect Garchomp to kill the other 3 mons. I guess. Garchomp
You think
really
it's that
dumb.
good?
It's really dumb. It does 25% a turn after having clicked a move to water and steel types.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's still doing 13% to regular mons besides that. And that's on top of the fact that it's really strong. So it can just actually do damage. And then body press on top of all that is just absurd. I think
I can see that one.
Insane.
I feel like extreme speed, especially with stab, it's going to be one-shotting frail stuff, and it's going to be finishing off.
I mean, I need a helping hand to get through Murkrow. Sorry, I have Dragonite in another league. I played week 1. I won. I got 2 kills with Dragonite, 1 kill each game.
Yeah.
Which was a Murkrow and a Rotom Heat. I need a helping hand to get through both of them. That said, helping hand does a lot because I was just short of killing Murkrow. But with Helping Hand, I had like the guaranteed KO into Rotom Heat. But when you're committing an item, a move, your ability so that you don't get intimidated, and your Terrasis and your partner's move into one thing, you'd hope you get a KO, right?
Yeah, I mean, it can also come in the back and finish things off, and it has a crazy Gen 1 move pool, right? So,
I mean, Gen 1 move pools are Gen 2 move pools, right? The reason that they're so crazy is because in Gen 2, they didn't repeat any TMs that were in Gen 1, so they just made a bunch of crazy TMs like Zap Cannon and crap.
yeah.
I think Dragonite has a particularly shocking move pool. The only move that really sticks out to me that you wouldn't expect it to get is Aqua Jet. But this team could theoretically use it for weakness policy, but I don't know if that will ever make sense.
Yeah, it'll do a lot of damage to yourself.
Yeah, I think Garganacl it is. Actually, I think Garganacl might be the kill leader of this 6. It's either that. No, it's probably Annihilate.
Yeah, I think it's Annihilate.
It's Annihilate, isn't it?
Yeah.
I certainly I think Annihilate will be the kill leader out of this this posse.
Yeah,
So,
I think so too. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. You can intro this one. I'll be right back.
Okay, I can intro this one. So guys, leave a comment below, leave a like, watch my other videos. I've got a playlist which will be at the end of the video, but you can still click on it at any point. Tell me any guests that you want to do. I've hopefully get a video lined up with a few other coaches in VBL, as well as a few of my other friends from outside VBL. Let me know if there are any Pokemon that you would like us particularly to feature, if there are any aspects of my own team that you would like me to break down further. Obviously, I had that incredible video out with Poppin, where we looked at analyzing different bits of my team as a trip around Spain, and I do kind of want to keep that whole concept up in terms of the rest of my content. But you know, I think I'm going to be releasing this video on Friday my time, and then the week 1 game is coming out on Saturday my time. And then beyond that, what? Yeah, I'd like to try and if you're definitely if you're newer to draft or newer to VGC draft, or you know, any of those things, if there are any concepts that you want me to get an expert on and to discuss, or if there's anything that you just would yourself like to come on the video channel and discuss, definitely leave a comment below. And honestly, I'm really enjoying Gen 9 so far. I think Terra is one of the best mechanics that singles has had introduced since like Team Preview. Like, it's really revitalized playing ladder for me in a way that I never really thought was possible. Like, I used to only ever ladder maybe monotype, maybe Little Cup every now and then sometimes suspect tests. But Terra has really fixed Gen 9 in a way that, you know, Dynamax certainly was only ever good in Battle Spot singles and in 4v4 VGC, and even in 4v4 VGC it was maybe a bit overtuned. I think it was a lot better for that 3v3 format than the larger, than the, you know, the more Pokemon I had, the less balanced it felt. Beyond that, what was I saying?
We were gonna kick it off with the next division.
There we go, Naranja. Ray J, just the video that he's the guy who broke the Scarlet Violet teams down with. This team's funny, I like it. Gill Eaters, T-Tar, right?
Maybe Lycanroc?
Maybe Lycanroc. I think T-Tar's better. Lycanroc is that thing they were saying about Garchomp, but easier to beat.
Yeah, I just feel like priority is going to finish a lot of things off.
Why does it need priority?
Well, yeah, I guess it doesn't. But it can, right? So
it can. So can Sylveon. But also, this is an Indeedee female team.
Right. True.
I just think Tyranitar's going to kill everything. I think Sylveon can. Sylveon and Tyranitar together just like kill a lot of stuff. So can Lycanroc, Sylveon, but Tyranitar's stronger. But Lycanroc is then more free to run offensive items because it's faster and thus cares less about its HP, relatively speaking, especially with Drainer. I don't think there's any hot take mon. Like, theoretically Sylveon could do it. Theoretically Indeedee can itself. But I'd say it's Tyranitar or Lycanroc. I'd go Tyranitar.
I think it's T-Tar as well, actually.
It's just really good. Like, it's
Terra,
good.
it's really, really good. Yeah, agreed. That bad defensive typing just goes away.
Yeah,
right?
and it's not like as far as bad defensive typings go, it's still like it's not bad, right? It's got resist to a lot of really important types. So even with the weaknesses, you can still leverage that. And the fact that it resists a lot of important types means it's very easy to find a type to Terra into defensively.
Yeah, and it's super bulky.
Super bulky.
So it's living a few hits with Terra.
That said, its Spadef gets a lot worse if you Terra into a type that isn't rock.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so run on nerve. On to the next team. Didn't we already do this team?
More or less.
I think it's Annihilate. Do you think it's Annihilate?
It's gonna be Annihilate. Yeah, I think even more
Unbelievably
so
really
on
good.
this team.
Arcanine and Azu were fine. Fire Draft can kill things. I was impressed with it when I used it. But I'd say it's Annihilate.
Yeah, it seems really strong. But
Do you know what
yeah,
other
I think
Pokemon I was impressed with when I used it?
Glaceon?
Not Annihilate. Though sure, you know what, you can have it. I have not used Glaceon yet, but I am drafting it. Note
Yeah,
that
I kind of want to.
I'm drafting all of the EVs. So
I'm gonna build a team and prove it to the world.
I mean, my team is so my draft so far, I've drafted Sylveon, Vaporeon, and Espeon, and then I'm planning on getting Jolteon, Umbreon, Flareon, Leafeon, and Glaceon as well. So it will be a Glaceon team.
Nice.
But I'm planning on putting Torkoal on it, so...
Yeah, I think on this team, I think it's going to be Annihilate. That looks like the most consistent KO taker. And then also just like the final gambits.
Yeah, the thing is that it does all of the things.
Right.
Not only is it like the slow win condition thing, but also its fast set is like the Scarf set's really good, Bandit is really funny, and like it's so dumb. You can tear it into any type, and it has synergy with its dual stab because its dual stab's broken.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also just not tear it, and it still has good coverage. And it's got really good support on this team.
Yeah, and again, bulky, and it's going to be sticking around.
I like Azu and Arboliva, I'm not sure they're going to outcompete Annihilate.
Yeah, no shot.
So, Barf, BB Raff, Brave.
BB Barf. Grumpig?
Did you see my video against BB Raff?
What did you guys do? Which video was it?
This is the Terra spotlight. Grumpig got 1 kill.
Okay, that's more than it'll probably get this season.
No, I imagine it'll probably get like a single kill. Probably the exact same thing again, but against Poppin. It psychicked my Flamigo. Well, I was using it and he was using my Flamigo, but yeah.
Okay.
Psychic is still okay. It's got a lot of moves that are good. I didn't like this team very much.
Yeah.
I thought Frostlass was one of its best mons, which says a lot. After I was very negative on Frostlass in the last section.
Yeah, Braff is a really creative builder, though. I feel like he can make some of this stuff work.
I'll be interested.
I think on this team it might be. I'm gonna say it's a Titan.
It's a Titan without snow.
Yeah, I mean he can manually set it if he really wants to, but it also
Titan
has sheer force.
Frostlass. Maybe Marini gets it, but I'm not sure about that. I can check.
Frostlass pretty fast, so.
Frostlass is pretty fast.
I mean, it's faster than 75% of mons at least.
I mean, yeah. I'm going completely insane. Is Marini?
I don't think.
No, Marini does not get Snowscape. Okay.
I don't think it's something that he.
Right, but he'd be leading 2 things, and then they can just get roasted.
Yeah, right. True. But it also has sheer force. It's bulky. It's
like I would lean Toxtricity over Titan, and probably Taurus over Tox.
Yeah, Tox was probably gonna be my second.
Tox and Taurus both good. Lycanroc can get kills. I question its consistency. And Rotom is good. It got sniped from Sukaba, therefore it must be good.
Yeah, true. The only one.
The only one.
Yeah, I'm going with the Titan for this one.
You're going with the Titan? Alright, I'm gonna go Tauros. All right, now we see the incredible change that Sukava was forced into. It's Rotom. It's just different Rotom. You get a bonus point to get Oinkologne.
Oinkolone's so good. I wanted Oinkologne and Slaking.
The other Dragonite team was also Dragonite Skeledirge, wasn't it?
This team is not loading for me.
This team is not loading for you. Are you still doing the weird Bullhawk doc instead of the
I am.
you know, respectable, actual, official VBL-S doc?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm doing it.
You know, that's a decision that you're willingly making. You know, in this place we stand, Bullhawk, but I don't know if this is necessarily the reasonable choice. Do you just want to look at the regular doc there?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to. I like this because I don't know, the stats are just a little cleaner.
But the stats are, you know, people put in work to make this VBL-S doc.
That's true. I was not one of them. Shout outs to the other mods. They did a good job.
And Sly, I think, did a lot of work.
Yeah.
I don't believe there's a mod. I think the Bright Power Evasion proc ticked when they were trying to give them the mod roll, you know? Yeah, Jace told me that I'm the heel of VBL.
No, I think it's Braff.
It's Braff? No, he's our hero. No, he's like the he's the rival, you know?
When I'm the only one cheering for Braff, you know he's the heel.
You can normally cheer for the heel, which is why it's not me.
I kind of want to go with Dragonite again.
You want to go Dragonite again? I think it makes more sense on this team, but I was going to go Quaquaval again. Actually, I don't think I went Quaquaval last time, but I think it's Quaquaval on this team.
Yeah, I think it's one of those two, but I'm going to go with Dragonite. I just feel like Extreme Speed with Terra is so
I think
good.
it's very good. I think it's consistently getting a kill. I just don't think it's sweeping.
I think it's finishing things off.
But how many times is Dragonite getting 1 kill and Quaquaval getting 3 in the same set? You know?
Yeah,
that's my general thought process.
Yeah.
I'd say I think Ceruledge is also a eligible. Glamora might, though I'd say it's similar to Dragonite but less consistent. And then Rotom also might. And Copperajah can. They got a good Trick Room setter. They're 2 good Trick Room setters.
Yeah, I think Dragonite just feels the most consistent here to me. But you're right, Quaquaval is going to have those like sets where it gets 5 kills.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my general thought. Is that Dragonite struggles to get those crazy sets as much as it's consistently doing it. You know, who won the race, right? Was it the rabbit or the hare? No, the tortoise or the hare.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was I think it's one of Aesop's fables. I'm not sure. So yeah, I'm gonna go Quaquaval. All right, the Phoenix Suns. It's another Gholdengo team, but this one is Garchomp. I don't. It's Gholdengo, right?
I think so. It's
No, it's Flamigo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have faith in Poppin's drafting decisions and say that round 2 Flamigo.
For 3 points, I think that's a pretty good pick, actually.
I took it round 4, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe he jumped the gun a little bit, but like, it's.
I mean, we know who the first overall pick was in this div, anyways, right? I don't know if you could. It seemed like drafting an NU was kind of insane. I mean, Gholdengo wasn't first overall pick. That's how you know that something was going wrong.
Right. Yeah.
I guess he figured
I think
he didn't want to risk it. Sorry, but I think it is probably Gholdengo or Garchomp. You think it's Haxorus?
I think Haxorus has at least like some consideration here.
Okay. One Pokemon I'm entirely certain it is not is Serena. Like.
Oh yeah, no shot.
All of the other Pokemon except that and Spidops.
Yeah, and Slowbro and Vigoroth.
No, Slowbro and Vigoroth are both good.
They're good. They're not kill leader good. Though.
How's Vigoroth not kill leader good? All it does is sit there and set up and then kill your entire team. If it's coming to a game, it's getting 4 kills, you know.
If it's the kill leader on this team, I will eat my shoe.
I don't think it's kill leader. I think it's like I think it's like tertiary, you know. Like I think that it's going to be like Gholdengo, Garganacl, and then Vigoroth. That's what I'd call. And if it's not Vigoroth, it's the Dunsparce because they are the same Pokemon.
That's an interesting interesting take.
Is it an interesting take? They both are mostly just there for support and setup. Like, they are okay in terms of immediate power, but they're both very tanky. They both have access to reliable recovery. They both have good setup options, bulk up versus coil. Very similar in terms of what they actually do in practice. And then, you know, Dunsparce has Hyper Drill, Vigoroth has Yawn. I don't know if the Dunsparce has Helping Hand. I know Vigoroth does. They seem very similar in terms of what you would do on a team. Like, I think it's very difficult for me to envision having a team of 6 with both of them.
Yeah, okay.
And that's why I think it's third kill leader instead of first.
Gholdengo, Haxorus.
So, do you just not respect Garganacci?
I do. I think it'll be in the top 3. I think it'll be those 3.
Okay. I guess maybe I just don't respect Haxorus. Because I did say that it would have less kills than Vigoroth.
I mean, just look at those. Like, look at that attack stat and priority Tailwind. Like, that thing's gonna get some.
That's
kills.
true. 147 is a number, and Rivalry is technically a boosting ability.
Yeah. Was it Tay that used it?
Probably. That sounds like something Tay would do. Tay did have an Haxorus.
Yeah, I think it was Tay.
What did you use it against? Like Lando?
I think Dan. I think it was Tay versus Dan, and I think Dan had a lot of mons that like had to be a certain gender.
What Pokemon do that? So I know that the Enamorus is female, Cresselia is female, Lando, Torn, Thund are male, Gallade is male, Vespiquen, Salazzle are female. What other Pokemon are there? Like 100% one gender? Besides 100% no gender. I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright, so we come to the last team in this set of 6. This is a team where Garchomp kills everything.
Yeah, it's only Garchomp, right?
Oh no, other people kill mons. Like, Pawmot kills things, Rabsca kills things, Mismagius kills things, Rotom kills things. But Garchomp is... They literally have, like, Rabsca and Pawmot to support Garchomp.
Right.
And Sableye and Jumpluff and Rotom. And Mispag.
Right.
This is the team where Garchomp just goes crazy.
This is Team Garchomp.
Other Pokemon can still function on this team, and this team can get kills outside it, but this is the team where you're committing to Garchomp killing everything, because the Pokemon that Garchomp isn't killing, instead of you picking off with the second Pokemon, you've slept them with Jumpluff, you know? You've whisked them with Sableye to help protect Garchomp, you've whisked them with Mismagius, or you've whisked them with Flareon, or you've whisked them with Rotom Frost.
Yeah.
No other Wisp users, unfortunately, but I guess 4 will have to do. Unless Rabsca gets it, it could. I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, that's it. This is an easy Garchomp.
Yeah. Alright, so, who do we think overall? I honestly think it might just be that Garchomp.
Do you? I just feel like I don't think the team
every other
is gonna
team
get
just
enough
has
wins.
too many... Well, I mean, like, this team has options, right? I think the people were underrating this team. I think that Garchomp, Pawmot, Mismagius, and Rotom are all very reliable killer mons. But that said, this team can use Garchomp very, very easily and very reliably.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like...
do you know if you Terra Electric... You know Pawmot's signature move, yeah?
Yeah.
If you Terra Electric, you can just spam it. You don't lose the type.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Which is
I don't
very
think
strong.
it's bad. I don't think it's bad.
It's the same thing with Burn Up. But I don't know if Burn Up is on any Pokemon this gen.
Does Arcanine get it?
I'm not sure that it does. Burn _ up. Burn Up in Japanese. Blitzkrieg. Arcanine does not get it. It seems like no Pokemon get it, and that's intentional. So yeah, it seems like they specifically cut out Burn Up because of that interaction, but then they made a Pokemon that has that interaction. So ultimately, I honestly, I don't know, who else do you think is the overall kill leader? I feel like every other team spreads their kills super easily.
Yeah, maybe Annihilate.
Yeah, but the team still has like Azumarill, Arcanine, Arliva, Farigiraf, you know, it's Sandaconda, one of the few ground types in the format, Magneton, and you were big on Magnezone, so I assume you like Magneton.
Yeah, but it's a combination of like spreading the kills but also winning, right? Because if you're losing, you're not picking up as many kills.
See, that's a fallacy. If Garchomp gets 3 kills every game and none of their other Pokemon get kills, do you know how many kills that is? Let alone
But I
if
don't
it gets
think it
4 kills
will.
in one of those games, you know? Like, Garchomp could lose a game and still get 10 kills.
But I don't think it will.
That's your prerogative. They do have Gravity on the team, if that changes your perspective.
It does not.
Okay. Trash.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Annihilate or, oh my god.
Garchomp is bad Haxorus, is it?
You know what? It's gonna be Dragonite.
It's gonna be Dragonite? Okay. Alright, we'll see. I believe in Sugava. Alright, now we get to Ufa. Finally, we're getting through this. Well, I mean, this team seems to have 2 Pokemon that kill things, and then a lot of Pokemon that are just not good. And also Ticketon. So I'm going to say it's either Salamence or Magnezone. I'm willing to commit Magnezone. Are you willing to commit Magnezone?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Magnezone.
Alright, so we're running out of time, so...
Okay.
With Tailwinds, good Tailwind, Jolteon, Gardevoir, I'm going to say that Goose's kill leader is probably Kingambit.
Yeah, same.
It could be Ceruledge, but I'd lean Kingambit. Tay's team, whoever's Tay's kill leader is overall kill leader, despite the fact that last time they spread kills and didn't have like a particularly standout kill leader, kind of like I did.
Baxcalibur.
Baxcalibur. Not Armarouge?
Oh yeah. I think it might be in contention, but I think Baxcalibur is going to be. I think it's going to take a lot of.
Dude,
KOs
Appleton is going to
both.
get like more kills than any other team in the league. You know, like just by itself.
I could see that.
Vaporeon's also really
But
good.
yeah.
Dude, how did this team get drafted? I don't understand. Did they just not have other people drafting in? Like, did they just let Tay go in first and pick all his mons, and then everyone else did their drafts? I don't.
Do you think it's that good?
I don't.
I
It's
don't
not
think
quite
it's as
that
good
good.
as Jace.
You don't think it's as good as Jace's?
No, I don't think so.
To be fair,
Jace's
Jace's team also looks like no one else was drafting.
Jace's team really looks like nobody was drafting.
I mean, but Jace is like, you know, he's got an inferior Rotom. He's like Skuntank round 6. I mean, he's only got 1 Pokemon in his last, like, 6 months. Like, I don't dislike Girafarig or Passimian or Skuntank, but, like, Tinkertoff and Alomomola, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
Tay's
this
Jace's
super
team.
rare.
If Jace got all of his top 6 Pokemon in his last 6 rounds, you know, like,
Mm-hmm.
not quite that bad, but I don't know. I think they're both absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't point to an easy kill leader. I might say this actually might be the Lucario team over Baxcalibur.
That is a hot take.
I don't actually know that it is. You know, I think that Lucario was really good, and the other team's problem was that it didn't have great support for it. Like, it didn't have redirection. Its Tailwind setter wasn't as good. It doesn't have the dual screens. And Lucario, I mean, look, you were talking about Dragonite, right? What about Dragonite with
True.
Swords Dance and only slightly less attack?
Yeah, Dragonite gets Swords Dance.
Pretty sure it only gets Dragon Dance.
Oh, you may be right. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only Dragon Dance. Otherwise, I have
Yeah.
been building it wrong.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. I think it is Dragonite.
Alright. Saurus team. Yeah, so I'm going Lucario, and you were going... I already forgot. Baxcalibur.
Yeah.
Saurus team...
Glaceon.
You know what? That is
No,
the thing.
not
I'm
with
gonna say it's Sizzle. That one's really good. Alright.
Yeah, I'm going to say Meowscarada on this one, too.
No, you said Glaceon. You're not allowed to change.
I take it back.
Okay, you've retracted everything nice you've said about Glaceon.
Yeah, for that team specifically.
It's got snow.
Yeah, technically.
What do you mean technically? There are 2 snow setters.
I mean technically. I mean what I say. Okay. Let's
You have
move on.
Slowking as a snow setter. Snover is faster.
That is a real snow setter.
How is it more real of a snow setter?
It lives.
They're
Other
equivalent,
things.
right? But Snova's got EVOI and defense boosting. It's bulkier than Abomasnow.
Sure, but Abomasnow is not Slowking.
No. I was saying that. Okay, but you were liking the other Glaceon team, which had Abomasnow.
Yeah, because Abomasnow can do damage too.
You know what? 62 is a funny stat. No, Glaceon's job is to do damage, and Snova's job is to click Aurora Veil. Probably on a Scarf set. What's the base speed? Is it like 38, 40, 40? You know what? That's Trick Room. That's Trick Room abuser right there. French Felicious. This looks like a weird amalgamation of a bunch of other people's teams. It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't.
Does it kill?
Yeah, like Rotom kills things. And you were saying Goodra was my kill leader, so I hope so.
Yeah, but it's different on this team. Your Goodra is coming in and getting Sap Zipper activated.
Like, I was saying Hatterene because in like round 3, and then Goodra was in round 10. This team just has every single Pokemon that went late in the other divs, but really early, and I don't know why. Got Umbreon
except
though.
Umbreon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the exception. Like Squawkabilly, I think was undrafted. Veluza was undrafted. Veluza. Have you played the end game?
No.
It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Orphal's a funny guy.
I got bored.
You got bored?
Yeah.
As in you started playing it and got bored?
Yeah, I played it for probably like 10 to 15 hours. I really like the exploration.
Yeah, that was the main thing that appealed to me. Seeing Pokemon in the overworld.
Yeah, just the slow-moving text and the story that bored me. I don't know.
Did you know that you don't actually have to do any of the story except like the Titan thing, and you can just ignore the rest and still play a full Pokemon game? Because the Titan one is the only one that's locked to progression.
I can't do it. I would have to do everything though.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. But yeah, like in terms of like progressing through the game, the only one that is linked to actually like unlocks new places to travel is the Titan one. The other ones just
I did not know, though.
Are in the game. Well, I mean, the game doesn't require you to beat gyms to move to the next region, so the Titan gym it's HMs. They give you the Herba Mystica, which are HMs. They just allow your Pokemon to get like rock climb and fly.
I think I did like 2 or 3 of those. It was good for a Pokemon game, but I don't know.
Yeah. I don't have a kill leader, so I'm gonna say Veluza. This is the Veluza team.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Rotom on this team.
Okay. Rotom's probably a lot better than Veluza. Grafton Gengars. This is the Tatsdozo team. I have no idea what this team is. What? I forgot about this team. I don't know. This might be the Bishop team. This might be the Gengar team.
I think this is the Gengar team.
I think this is another Gengar team. Overall, who do you think the kill leader in this second half was? I'm gonna say Kingambit. Who are you leaning towards?
Man, what was I saying earlier? Annihilate, maybe? Is that this one?
No,
that was the lot previous.
You already said it was the kill leader. The other one.
I forgot.
Yeah.
We went so fast.
Sorry, I just noticed that it was over an hour, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, we gotta rush it.
Leave a comment down below if you disliked us skipping past your team.
Yeah, sorry, last division. I'm gonna go with Meowscarada for this one. I think Sora's gonna get a lot of kills with that thing.
Okay, I didn't even pick it as Sora's kill leader. Thank you guys all for watching. Thanks a lot for Daddy for popping on. I should link their channel down below. I think you've posted videos in the past, but not one for this season yet.
Yes, I was planning on doing a draft analysis, but I don't know if I'll ever do it. So maybe. But thanks for having me. And
if you have the opportunity to, I always love watching your content. Yeah, thanks for coming on. And just remember, guys, this is not representative of how teams will actually perform or anything. Despite the fact that Daddy kept trying to insert that and overrule Garchomp.
And Glaceon.
No, you did say Glaceon.
Oh, yeah.
And then you said not Glaceon, and you retracted every positive statement you ever made about Glaceon. Which broke my heart, by the way. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching. Please do leave a comment down below. Please click on the playlist and the subscribe button on the screen. Thank you.